Hello, collective. I'm back. Okay, earlier I did a reading about the karmic, and it showed up about the karmic coming in to speak to the divine feminine. And this card kept popping up to me. And I kept thinking, the karmic is threatening to harm themselves or whatever means necessary to keep the divine masculine. And this card kept popping up. And obviously, because of the picture, I'm going to think, harm themselves. So, after taking a break or whatever for a while, I just kept, being drawn to another deck that I bought. I have a few other decks that I bought. I haven't used them, I haven't played with them very much. Okay. So, based on the last reading I did about the karmic coming in to talk to divine feminine, this card here, I was so curious what's going on in the karmic's psyche, right? So I'm first pulled to grab from my new deck here. I have not used this deck ever. It's called The Wild Unknown Archetypes. It's by Kim Kranz, okay? And it's a lot of reading to remember. Okay, so I haven't really dabbled in it much. Well, I pull some cards. I'm just doing a pre-reading, right? I'm just seeing what comes out because I want to, do a reading. I want to find out about this situation with this arm cutting here, okay, with this karmic. So I'm drawn to this. And then I'm drawn to grab some of my other decks. I have the Hoodoo Tarot, I have the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, and I have the Orishas Tarot, right? I don't dabble in them much unless something comes up about black magic or sort of occult religion type stuff, right? So anyway, from the wild unknown archetypes, I immediately figured out what was going on just by looking at what we have here. So long story short, all right, this karmic made an offering, okay? They didn't actually threaten to harm themselves, but they made a blood offering, okay? And what they did was, first, I'm going to explain to you. All right. Well, let me explain these cards. I pulled these cards after, all right? But it'll make more sense when I tell you. All right. This card here says Santeria. I don't know if you can see it. And it's Ogun. Okay. And here we have, I'm going to just tell you in layman's terms because you're not going to get it by, the pictures most likely. These are the pictures upright. It's the Three of Cups reverse and the Three of Wands reverse. And then here in Santeria, we have Ogun, but look at the picture. We have two what look like twins. This karmic did work to stop the path of the twins, all right, the twin flames. This is a reunion, the Three of Cups upright. It's reverse. This is expansion going forward in the reunion. This is reverse. So this karmic paid, and maybe the even the divine masculine, the karmic could have found out that the divine masculine might be a son of Ogun. I don't know. That's just what the card says. But I see two twins, two identical people. And that's what this karmic did. This karmic used the Santeria religion to stop this union between twins. Now, like I said, I had pulled these cards later after this because I was called to my my black magic decks, because let's be honest, it happens in the world and it helps to have cards that describe what's going on. Now, in the religion of Santeria, you just don't go putting spells together on your own. I mean, you could probably pull it up on the internet, but the way it works with this temple card, it's a house. And a lot of people belong to this house. A lot of people are under the protection of that house. And that's how it works. Well, this karmic found themselves a place to go to. And it's funny because these are the colors of Ogun, which are green. And Oshun has yellow colors. Okay. Now, it's going to make sense later when you find out, who she made her offering to. Because we have two colors. Like I said, Ogun has already came out, which is not going to make any sense to some of you. Some of you it may. And then the colors of Oshun. These are deities, okay, in the religion of Santeria. Now, here's a lot of yellow, like the color of Oshun. But let's look here. We have the vow. This karmic made a pact, became part of the house, went to the house for help, for knowledge and for guidance, became part of the house. Okay, became part of the house. Now this karmic is under the protection. You see here, it's see the protection? Everything on the outside falls around the house. When you're in that religion, you're protected in the house. Okay? You're what they call a godchild of the house. Okay? They call it Ihalos, but it's a godchild of the house. And the karmic made a pact, became part of this house for the protection and also to get work done on your divine masculine. Now, the next card, she gets a love spell done. That's what this Eros card is about, love and sexuality and everything that Oshun stands for. Remember, I said the color Oshun is here. Everything that Oshun stands for is the love, the sexuality, and she was a deity who enticed the men with her pot of honey, okay? And she always wore the yellow, she always wore yellow or gold. She loved gold. And, and she made Ogun fall in love with her, is the story. And Ogun lives out, in the, he lives out in the forest and he works with metal, okay? He likes metal. He protects metal, cars and trains and anything metal. He governs. And Oshun governs love. So this karmic put a love spell on your masculine. Now, when people make offerings, and it says here, the offering and the river. Okay. And by the way, I had started doing a pre-read and I just didn't want to go any further because I knew I was not going to be able to let these cards fall out again. And the pre-read, I just should have started recording from the beginning, but I didn't because I was practicing with the new cards. And you know what? These cards were on point from Jumpstart. So that's why I started rolling the camera before I pulled from any more decks. Now, getting back to the story, we see the offering. You see the hand. You see the hand. You see that? So the karmic wasn't hurting themselves. They were making a blood sacrifice. Now, in that religion, you don't make a blood sacrifice from yourself. You usually sacrifice some sort of animal. Okay? I don't know. I'm just saying. From what I know about that religion, you sacrifice some sort of animal. And no, I'm not part of that religion. But the river, and you can look this stuff up on the internet. This stuff is out there. The river is where Oshun is at. And this karmic went to the river, made a blood offering. And what happened most likely is this ritual took place in the house of the priest, of the high priest, which is called a Santeria. Okay, and then they went in, dumped the stuff at the river, made the offering, probably gave her some, whatever. She likes the number 5 and she likes oranges and things that are orange. And, they probably gave some sort of offering, but definitely there was a blood sacrifice and it was done at night under what I think that's called a Lucero moon, but it may not be. It was done under the moon when it looked like that at the river. Okay. And they had honey. Yeah, they also had honey, part of the sacrifice, because it says the nectar. And Oshun loves honey. Okay, and probably brought us some yellow flowers because this is a flower. They probably brought yellow roses and honey. Okay, so far what I've got, where I'm catching you up to what I found out before I pull any more cards, is this karmic didn't hurt themselves. No, this karmic made a blood sacrifice using the religion of Santeria. Okay. And it's a very big religion. Okay, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's all over the world. To stop the reunion of twin flames, of divine counterparts. All right. Now, this is where I've caught you up to where I got to, and then I said, I got to turn the camera on. I've got to, I know everyone likes to see the cards come out in front of the camera. So I'm going to pull some more cards here. I'm just flabbergasted. I honestly am. Because I was just so drawn to come here and figure out what this karmic was doing when this karmic made a sacrifice. All right? Made a sacrifice. Now, there's somebody working on their behalf. So what else do you want us to know, Spirit? We now know the meaning of the arm. The karmic made an offering, okay, to stop the union of two divine souls. So what else do you want to tell me? What else do you want to tell me about this? So the person made the sacrifice to Oshun at the river. And here we have on the bottom, it's all Santeria. And that woman looks pregnant. I believe that she was going to try to also get pregnant by this masculine to trap them. Okay? Yeah, to trap them. Because this would be the temperance angel. And this is Two of Pentacles. Okay? Two of Pentacles. So they were trying to trap this masculine, okay, with a baby. All right? Your person, your divine counterpart. So we have, to say it in layman's terms, we have the Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles reverse, and the Five of Wands reverse. Okay? So, I got other cards here before I tell this story. Let me not open my mouth yet. Okay. Yeah, so we have the 10 of Wands reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Everything they've done was to stop this person from coming towards you. Divine Femme. This karmic did a lot of stuff to get this person to stop coming towards you. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Wands reverse. The Page of Wands reverse. And the Ace of, I believe that's the Ace of Pentacles reverse. They did this to stop everything. They don't want the masculine having passion for you. They don't want the masculine talking to you. They don't want the masculine going in your direction. They stopped all movement toward Divine Femme. They stopped all movement. That's what the sacrifice did. And a person did this ritual for them. Then they took it to the river and left an offering definitely with honey, with nectar, definitely some sort of blood sacrifice. And it was a love spell, a very strong love spell put on your masculine to stop the twin flame union. It stopped everything. It even stopped the masculine. Well, I don't think they've stopped the masculine from everything, but it stopped the masculine from wanting passion, from talking, from making an offer. Everything that the masculine was supposed to do towards you, Divine Femme, they went to this deity and this high priest to do this work against you and against the masculine. All right, now I want to know what's going to happen as far as where are we at? Where's the divine masculine at in all this right now? Is it still working? Because there's stories that have gone along with this. When you do stuff like that and it works for a while, and then it's like a volcano erupts. You can only control and delay something for so long. And then when God gets involved, Lord have mercy on everyone's soul for who is involved in this. Because when it comes to divine unions, when it comes to divine counterparts, those are the chosen ones. They're chosen by God. They have a specific mission. They have a specific purpose. And anybody who gets in that path stops it. Anybody. The person working the spell, the person asking for the spell, even friends who talk against it, even family members that say like the mother don't approve, ancestors, anybody who gets in the way of a divine union pays the price. That's the bottom line. If you don't pay the price in this life, you pay the price in the next life, and you're not going to like it. It's going to sting and it's going to hurt real hard. And if people realize this, I'm telling you, if people understood this, they would mind their own business. Mothers would butt out of their kids' life. When it comes to divine unions, fathers would butt out of their kids' life. They would let people live their life, because stuff like this, it comes back. It comes back to every person involved. And in this case, it's the karmic. Okay, this karmic is using this magic to control. Now, I want to know, how is this affecting the masculine now? Okay. Yeah, it made the masculine want the karmic more. Because the Ten of Water, the Queen of Wands, I'm relating because it's different words, and the Strength card. It made the masculine see her as the most loving, beautiful, sexy person. But that's a facade. That's a facade. This facade will end. And I imagine that this karmic will stop doing this work when they get married, when they get a hold of the masculine's money, when they get the baby. They're using the masculine. And that's probably when they'll stop doing the work. And that's when the divine masculine is going to be like, what was I thinking? Okay, so that's how the divine masculine sees her, because of this spell. Now, how would the divine masculine see her if there were no spell at all? How would the divine masculine see this karmic if there were no spell at all? Yeah. Judgment in reverse. And Eight of Swords in reverse. And Seven of Swords in reverse. You would not be tricked. Okay? And he would see that when, this masculine, he or she, is going to see that this person deserves their karma, especially when they awaken. Okay, because this kept them from awakening, and it kept them mentally stuck. Now, the masculine, if they're not under the spell, they're going to see this person with these two cards here, with justice in the reverse and karma in the upright. Oh my God. You want to talk about, this is what your divine masculine thinks that person deserves. The ultimate, most worst karma there is on the planet. Let loose. With the 8 of swords in the reverse and the 7 of swords in the reverse. You know what? After all that trickery you did to me, let loose. Let whatever karma befall you. This is how they would see them. But they don't. They see them as the most strongest, sexiest, most beautiful, loving person there is. And it's a love spell. It's a very, very strong love spell. It's not no kitchen magic love spell. Not no. This is serious. They went to a high priest and they got this love spell done on your divine masculine. Okay? And so all your divine masculine can do now is spy on you, because they're literally spiritually blocked. They literally have spirits around them that will block them, that will spy on them, that will keep them confused. And every time they try to think or go towards you, they're going to be confused or feel blocked, or something's going to pop up, or these spirits spy on that divine masculine, because that's what this religion works heavily with spirits, primarily earthbound spirits. Heaven spirits will never come down here and do this stuff. But it's a sad thing, but there's a lot of earthbound spirits who are earthbound because they were sinners, and when they died, they were afraid to go to heaven. So they're stuck earthbound, wandering the earth. People in this religion highly work with these spirits. They trap these spirits. They put them in cauldrons, and they give them their own little home, and they make them do work for them. Okay? And that's what they did. This Karmic did a nasty love spell, and it's strong. It stopped the union between two twins. It's a strong love spell. And this divine masculine sees this Karmic as the most beautiful, strong, and loving being that there is on earth. And it's a fake. It's a facade. Because the reality is if this divine masculine was their normal self and awoken, they would see that this Karmic deserves all the karma, bad karma coming to them in the world. With this judgment in reverse and with this karma upright, yeah. They would see that they are not the most beautiful, loving person in the world. They would see that they need to get their karma, every bit of it. I want to pull some other cards that are easier for me to read, because like I said, I have to sit there and look a little bit longer, because they are new to me, but I do know the elements. I know the major arcana and the minor arcana, so I don't need help with that. It's just the words. It's the words. This person made an offering to the deity Oshun. You can always Google that stuff. You can Google the religion Santeria. I mean, I know so much about it because of my past history. I've had so many people. Where I live, it's very big. Where I live in Central Florida, and it's very big here because it comes over from, it's from the islands, and a lot of people from the islands are here. And I've had so many people personally, even people, friends of mine, use this religion against me. This stuff don't stick to me because I got protection from Archangel Michael. I got protection from God. I don't work on the level or the frequency of earthbound. I work on the level and the frequency of heaven and the angels. And so this stuff can never touch me. I've had people try to kill me, put love spells on me, break up my relationships. It doesn't work on me because I am too ascended. And but your masculine is not awoke, so they're not ascended, and it is working on your masculine. Okay? And if you're masculine, your masculine may even drink or do drugs or something like that, because when some work is being done to them, they'll get tired. They'll want to go through escapisms. They're going to want to do anything they can to escape. And that just actually allows them to be controlled even more. All right, I want to find out, is this going to stop? I mean, what's going to happen? I see how that they seem. Is it going to stop? It is going to stop with the Three of Wands. Archangel Michael is involved. All right. So with the Three of Wands, okay, you can see clearly with the Three of Wands, this is Archangel Michael. Okay, this is the Temperance card. I know in the deck I'm using, something drew me to use darker decks because I had a feeling with this Karmic was very dark, and that's why I used the darker deck. So in this deck, the darker version would be the bartender and the customer, but this is Archangel Michael watching over the energies. Literally, we have here, it's over. Okay, it's over. Coming here soon, because this is the three of Wands. Very soon, this is going to be over, and that's going to be because the universe is not going to allow it to go any further. Because if Archangel Michael's involved, Archangel Michael is a powerful angel, and it will end. Okay, it will end. When the divine ends it, watch out. Okay, we have here more angels. We have, this is the Page of Cups, but look, it's an angel. The angels are all over this. They're not happy. I'm telling you, anybody, and this is what you need to drill this home, drive this home, okay? Drive it home. Divine feminines, okay? Whether you're man or woman, divine feminines. Anything that comes between a divine union, there is going to be a huge karmic price to pay. Even if it's using the free will, even if it's the masculine using the free will or the feminine using the free will, there will be a huge price to pay for them. If it's someone using the witchcraft, huge price to pay for them. Huge. They could lose their life, even health. When heaven is involved, it gets stopped. Okay? And however heaven deems so, it gets stopped. Okay? Now, goes for ancestors. Anybody in the group of the people who are against it, they also are going to pay karma. Maybe they won't pay it as heavily. There's, it's accordingly. Justice is handled accordingly. But if there's people involved, like family members and friends, they're going to have a karmic price to pay as well. Now, here's the Strength card. The Ten of Pentacles. Happiness. And this is what's not seen. This is the Moon card. But something, the angels are all over it. I think they're going to send, people who do, when priests do exorcisms, they send the entity back to where it came from. Now, a lot of people in these occult religions, they go to the cemetery. That's where they gather their souls. That's where they go do their bidding, where they go do their work. This is a cemetery. So with this angels, I got two angels side by side. They're sending this whatever this earthbound spirit is that's staying on top of your divine masculine, they're sending it back to the cemetery. They're sending it back where it came from. The hounds of hell. I mean, look, you got hounds. And that can be the karmic. The karmic was is the one who wanted to do the work. So it's all going back. It's going to go back to the sender, and the soul is whatever that spell where it came from, it's going back. And it looks like it came from a cemetery. So it's going back to the cemetery where it belongs. Now, will it happen in time to save all this? You know what? Only time is going to tell, because this is letting the devil get involved in things. This is evil. It's evil. Why did the karmic do this? Why did the karmic do this? Why did the karmic do this? Nothing may come out of this deck, but we'll see. Why did the karmic do this? She has problems in the heart chakra and the root chakra. We got soulmate, we got gossip. Okay. Somebody probably told the karmic to do this. Could have. We got the heart chakra and the root chakra. It was a huge mistake on the karmic's part. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. What's going to happen to the karmic for doing this? What's going to happen to the karmic? I'm using my Miss Cleo deck. It's not the prettiest deck, but it's got a lot of Egyptian symbols, and there's some altars in it. I didn't feel like bringing out my I got several witchy and wizard decks, but we've got enough decks out right now, and I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time. I don't even know what I'm at right now, but this is important. What's going to happen to the karmic for doing all this? What is the karmic's price? Well, it's coming back on her. Yeah, the cemetery. Yep. The Knight of Pentacles. Now they're going to lose the Knight of Pentacles. The person that was supposed to be solid and stable and give you an offer, they're losing that. They're not going to, when their karma comes back, they're never going to hear from that person again. Okay? And they're always going to be trying to find somebody. When this stuff goes back, as it landed on the cemetery, on the hounds of hell, they're always going to be single, always going to be dating. They're never going to find anyone. It's like being an unsettled soul, never finding anyone to love you. All you can do is date people and date people and date people. You never get to have that home life, family life. They're always going to be searching for someone to be with. Always. Always. What was the lesson for the karmic to learn here? What else? Yeah. Yep. Karmic's lesson was to go with the flow, not to force things. Using the Santeria religion, they were forcing the will of another person. They were forcing the will of another person. Their lesson, to have sorrow, be shameful and regretful for what they did. Okay, because they did something very, very terrible. They did it to divine beings who have a mission that may not be able to happen. I mean, people need to realize when divine beings come together to do a mission, when some evil force tries to prevent that from happening, it's like this. Let's say two divine beings come together to create this very special rainbow child. Let's say this rainbow child grows up to bring peace to the world, or to bring balance to the planet, because the planet seems to be dying, okay? You know, imagine if the great leaders of our time, the great leaders, not people who start war, the people who bring peace and love and harmony and wholeness. Imagine if those leaders were never born because somebody stopped their parents, prevented their parents from ever getting together. That's what this shit is. Somebody playing God to force the outcome of how they want it, to force their will upon another person. And because the other person might be weak, when I say weak, meaning unawoken, it works on them. And then before they know it, they just feel like they're succumbed, like they're drowning in water, they're drowning in emotions. They can't seem to rise above this. They get lost, they stay confused because it's these spirits they send around them to spy on them, to watch them. It's to keep them down, keep their vibration down. But the karmic has to learn to be sorrowful, regretful, have remorse. That's the word, remorse. Because they're going to get a tower. They're getting a freaking tower. And then they can start working on balance. They're going to have to learn to have balance. They're going to have to learn to have balance within themselves. Because they're never going to get no one else. That's going to be part of their karma. They're always going to be single. They're always going to be dating, looking for the next best thing. I want to wrap this up with something. I'm angry. I'm angry for you guys. You know, I'm angry because I never like it when people mess with divine beings. Okay, I don't like it. Let's take a deep breath. I want to close out with, I want to know, how's this going to end up? Like, is evil going to win? How's this going to end up? Spirit team, let me know. How is this going to end up? Archangel Michael. Archangel Mihail. My personal archangel. How's this going to end up? My spirit guide. How's this going to end up? Now, for those of you where people, you may be where people don't practice Santeria, that religion, it's a religion, it's an occult, it's a spell that they're using, okay? It's going to end in the Ten of Swords reverse, meaning it's not going to end. There won't be an ending now. What won't end? There's going to be healing, okay? Healing from this with the Four of Swords. All right. Between two soulmates, past life soulmates who have a deep bond. There's going to be healing. Two soulmates who are not in connection. Oh, yeah, and there we go. Divine Feminine, that's you. I imagine, Divine Feminine, you're working on your coins right now because you've been rejected, but you will make that coin and you will gain your Ten of Cups. Okay, what's going to happen for the Divine Masculine? Is it a reunion or what is it? What's going to happen for the Divine Masculine? What's going to happen for the Divine Masculine? We got a major offer, possibly a relationship. They're going to turn their back on this Queen of Swords. Okay. This Queen of Swords, I believe, is the karmic. Okay. She can be nice, she can be nasty. But I think that she is the one who had this King of Staffs, this King of Wands, all messed up. Because this King of Wands is looking away from the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is just standing there looking. That's the person who's always going to be, and it doesn't have to be an air sign. I'm not saying it's an air sign. This is an energy. That person's always going to be looking for the next best thing, always looking for someone to victimize. I don't even know what to ask an oracle for, because this is so deep. These moonology cards ain't going to cover nothing this heavy. But let me see. I'll see if we can pull one. Hope. This mermaid card came out. Hope. So we could always have hope. Give us some advice, moonology, for this situation. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. I'd say right now, divine feminine, take salt baths and things like that. Keep your, energy clean. Imagine the white light of Jesus Christ always protecting you, keeping you surrounded in that holy bubble, to prevent evil. Because you know what? Evil is real. We may say that we don't live in that world. It's not part of our world. I'm one of those people that say that too. You can't touch me. And I believe that. I'm up there with heaven and the angels. But because of where I live, I know a lot about this. It's on every corner in my neighborhood. And so I know a whole lot about it. And I've had it done to me. All right. So if people aren't practicing Santeria, they are practicing some sort of occult that requires sacrifice of things. You have to sacrifice earthly things and take them to places. And these people, these high priestesses, they do these ceremonies and stuff. And that's what they did to your divine masculine. They got your divine masculine all tied up. But it will end. You will be happy. Divine masculine will awaken. And it's going to be up to God now whether that reunion happens. And it's also going to be God who decides this karma, what's going to go on. That spiritual council. All right, collective. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Leave a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe. Namaste.